Okay, I'd like to introduce to you my sweet, beloved Risa, Risa Gaull. And what we're going to do today is have a testimony conversation about a rapid reprogramming release with intuition skills session. And so, Risa, I want to know about you. Let the audience know about what you do, the impact that you want to make in terms of the kinds of experiences you want your clients to have. So off you go.
Yes, thank you, Sasha. So I help women who are struggling in their relationships. Maybe they're wanting to see if it's possible for it to improve, or maybe they're really in that question of whether to stay or go, or maybe they're looking to create a new, healthier relationship in the future. So I help them by releasing any unhealthy patterns, by really learning how to become sovereign over their own emotional well-being and to really know their worth. So it's
Yes.
really about creating healthy, authentic, fulfilling relationships that are built on a firm foundation of our own self-love.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Beautiful. And is there a website and an email, phone number to text, any way that they can be in touch with you?
Yes, my current website, which is going to change, but for now, it's Full Circle Wellness CT for Connecticut at .com, fullcirclewellnessct.com.
Beautiful. And what about an email address? Is there anything that you'd like to share about that?
Yeah, you can reach me at Risa at fullcirclewellnessct.com.
Okay. So now we're going to go into what was happening in your life. What were you struggling with? Where you were interested in having a session with me so people can understand what triggered you searching for help.
Mm, yeah, self-love is we teach what we most want to learn or have learned, and it's an ongoing process. So for me, I'm always wanting to just bring more of me and be more
Oh,
authentic and really share my heart and my truth with
mm,
people in a more authentic way and really be aligned with that soul truth and that soul purpose. And so, when it's like this is natural, what happens, right? We stretch out of our comfort zones, and so it brings up all the insecurity. And trust me, I have a lot of tools in my tool bag. This is the work that I help other people with as well. But I was very intrigued by what you had to share with me and wanted to try an additional modality to add to my tool bag.
mm, beautiful. Was there anything that you were struggling with? That's a beautiful approach to life, to always be stretching and looking. And I'm curious for the listeners, was there something that was compromising your life, something that was nagging at you, something that you knew really had to change so that you wanted to get support?
Yeah, it's really it's about me being able to show up and really share my message and not be afraid of if how it's going to land with people or worrying about it's that old pattern of worrying about sort of like people pleasing and worrying about what other people think or how it's going to land with them. And I feel like I have a powerful message to bring, but that pattern was really in my way of feeling completely free to be able to
Mm.
show up and not be, to really be that leader of love,
Oh,
not be afraid of, it's good. I mean, it's not going to land with everybody, when we show up and we're us and we're authentic. It's, my message, it's not going to be for everyone, but I want to be able to bring it for the people who it's appropriate to,
yes.
you know.
And was there anything that you noticed in your behavior, in your emotional state that felt like this has got to change?
Yeah, it just, it was always difficult anytime I had to show up live, go into my Facebook group and go live, or, really it's the visibility challenge. It's always, it was always, there's that moment where it's uncomfortable, where it just takes courage just to be able to show up and really be yourself and share your heart and be vulnerable with people. So, I felt like that was always kind of a struggle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it. Okay, so what you're saying to the audience is that you knew things to do, you wanted to do them, and then there was this sort of holding yourself back and being too concerned, too self-conscious, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And then, there's always anything that's uncomfortable, then there's always that sort of procrastination that happens.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're talking.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
So then after our session, what were the benefits that you experienced, even just by the completion of your session?
Yeah, I was really, really amazed and pleased, even after just our first session. uh, I felt like things really shifted in a big way. I just felt really more confident, more in my body, more yeah, just freer to speak my truth and be who I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not so afraid of how what I'm gonna say is gonna land with people. Yeah.
So less self-conscious, freer to be yourself, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so since that session, we've had two sessions now. What would you say have been the residual benefits that continue to show up that are influencing and improving your life?
Yeah, I feel like I have my voice more.
All
um,
right.
More confident in my interactions with people. And I think just more authentic. Like I feel like I've always been really outgoing and confident, maybe even more like on the outside, but now even on the inside, I just feel like I can show up more authentically, more just be myself. And
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, feeling more comfortable in all my interactions with people, and freer expression of voice and words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do you notice that you are getting more creative, or do you feel like all of that is still the same, but now you're just taking action on it?
I feel like, we're just beginning our journey together with our sessions here, but I feel like there's right now I'm in a place where like there's a lot that's opening, that's just getting ready to open up. Because I've lately been, I just sort of took a step back to really regroup and reset. I've been doing a lot of inner work. And
Yes.
so a lot has shifted, and now just preparing, and also with your help with the intuition end of things, which I haven't really gotten into yet, but I feel like that's also going to really be helpful in terms of guiding me, and following that inner guidance to
Yeah.
co-create and move ahead and find the next best steps. But
Yep. Exactly.
yeah, I'm open right now to possibilities, and getting ready, getting
Yep.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. And so, given what you were feeling before we started our sessions, and now that you felt the shift, and now you've got these possibilities, and you're getting ready to work with your intuition to find the best next steps, given the things that you're wanting to do for visibility and bringing out a launch. You said that you're getting ready to do a launch. What would you say, describe the kind of person and what they might be going through in their life where you feel that sessions of this nature would be such a good fit for them?
Hmm. Really, I feel like it's really good for anybody, but especially if you're, um, wanting to feel more on purpose or wanting more confidence to be able to live your purpose, or just really be in better relationship with yourself and release the old unconscious beliefs that I know have such a grip on us. And there's a lot of different ways we can approach that. And this has been really powerful. So just, that's why I'm passionate about doing the work that I do, because I don't think there's anything more important than just feeling free to be who you are and love your
Yeah.
life and do what you feel like you're here to do. So really, I think anybody who wants that, this would be
Yeah,
for.
absolutely. And do you think that there might be, or how would you describe an evidence that they might be experiencing that shows them that they really need some support to do all the things that you just said?
Mm, if you're not happy, if you're not feeling on purpose, if you don't feel like you're going for what you want in your life, if you're depressed, because I know those times where I feel like the self-sabotage is in my way. It's depressing to know I've got all this that I am and that I want to be and that I want to give, and I'm feeling blocked from it. It's depressing.
Yeah,
So I think it's, if you're not waking up every day and loving who you are and feeling happy and on purpose and feeling in charge, large and in
ah,
charge
yeah. Oh,
of your life, right?
yes, that's that one right there. Say a little more about that because I think that's a really key thing so that people can even recognize that they might be feeling that. Say that a little bit more about feeling in charge.
Yeah, well, I know for me, I really am always looking at how can I really take the driver, be in the driver's seat of my life and look at, first of all, how I'm feeling, acknowledge how I'm feeling, and know that if I'm feeling less than happy or satisfied, then what are the thoughts I'm thinking? What are the beliefs that are in my way? And how can I shift that? And so that's where all the tools and the support come in. But just knowing, like, we are powerful creators. We're in charge. We're in charge of creating our lives. And it doesn't always feel that way because we have all this unconscious garbage that's in our way, which is why I love the work that you do with people.
Whoa, my the cat's tail. Oh my goodness, on the candle.
Let's
Woo!
not burn the cat up.
Yeah. So I wonder if there's a metaphor there, right?
Mm.
You want to be on fire, but you want to be on fire in a way that really supports you and a way that is going to bring out the best in you,
Mm.
and also a way that you're able to really want to take care of yourself and move forward with that co-creation that you were talking about, the co-partnering.
Yeah.
All that because my cat's tail
Yeah.
almost got
I, I'm
flamed.
just, yeah, I'm
So,
feeling, I'm feeling like this message about the fire right now should just
yes,
support the fire energy is, first of all,
yes,
it's transformation, which is the work that you do very powerfully with people. But the fire we're talking about is, yeah, you want to feel your passion. You want to feel like you're on fire. But if you're not living that passion, that fire will burn you up inside. It will eat you alive. And if you're not fully expressing who you are, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's destructive. It's either you express it or you holding it in and it's destructive. So fire, we want to
yeah,
use it appropriately.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I want to thank the guidance that's here with us during this interview, during this testimony, that we could find a divine silver lining to my cat's tail going over the flame there on my candle. And so finally, you mentioned something that's very true, in particular regarding our times. And that is there are so many people, you, me, and a gazillion others, who really have transformational methodologies and skill sets and packaging of so many different approaches to transformation. And everyone pretty much is good at what they do, in one way or another. Why would you recommend me as a facilitator, given all the possibilities of guides and coaches and catalysts out there?
Hmm. I feel like you are just this incredible, wise, um, I want to say like this wise, witchy woman. I mean that in the best of ways. Um, and the modality that you use in the space, the energy you're able to hold for people, that love, that compassion, and that strength, and those, um, yeah, you're really good at just really holding that strong, safe container for people. And the modalities that you use are very powerful. And your intuitive abilities is just another reason why I was really attracted to working with you, because I'm also very intuitive. And I love that you are able to bring that whole aspect of bringing in higher wisdom, higher guidance, and also, working with your clients to be able to help them access that as well. So just really powerful, really, yeah, just really strong, powerful work.
Thank you. I'm so glad. And for those who are listening, it's so blessed how we connect with the right people at the right time. And so here you and I met where we were in a class together, right? It was a
Mhm,
class or an event together.
mhm,
And I just felt your light, and then I heard you say things. And for me, it was like, oh my goodness, how she's holding herself back. And yet there's so much light and love and softness that you bring that people need. And
mhm.
so I reached out to you, and we just had this very grace filled exploratory conversation. And here we are.
And I was so glad that you did, and that you followed your guidance to be able to do that.
Yeah.
How it all, I'm really thankful for
Yes. And
you
I
and the work you do, and the fact that spirit has brought us together in that beautiful serendipitous way.
thank you. And the reason I'm highlighting that is because that really is possible for everyone who's an entrepreneur, who has their own business, their own customers, their own readership, their own students, their own audiences. If we just fine tune that intuitive capacity so that we are confident and we're accurate, it takes practice. And then to call upon that with every sales call, with every Zoom meeting, with every live event that we go to, with every alignment before we give a public speaking talk, and just ask our guidance to lead us to those whose lives we are meant to touch. And that's really what I do and what you felt. And here we are, and you will do the exact same thing. You probably are doing the exact same thing right now, because it feels so good, like you said, to feel on purpose.
Mhm.
So, what would you say as a closing statement to the listeners about not just working with me, but what's possible for them as you gifted yourself so that you now can act on greater possibilities?
Mm. Yeah, it's just not necessary to keep stuck in the old stuff. And I really, um, I really know from my experience and from all the women that I've worked with too over these many years, is that this is not the kind of stuff that we can just do on our own. So we need tools, but we need support to be able to do it. We all need support. And so, Sasha is an amazing gift. And I can't think of a better way to spend my money than to get the support and the tools I need to just free up who I am and bring the sauce, bring the juice, and
Yeah.
bring more money in. too, make the impact and the income that I'm here to make.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Enjoy myself and enjoy the journey and be that love and that light in the world.
Wonderful. Well, I see it in you, and so it's just going to get better. So, well, thank you, Risa, darling. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Angel and I are going to say goodbye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye bye, dear.
Bye.
See you next time.